bro. Mm, no good.
Shit ran through you.
I think,
Yeah.
all right, we live. Nobody say nothing homophobic, racist. What just happened?
Racist.
What just happened?
What you mean?
Oh, I got to redo the boxes. Cage, you got your camera on or not?
Oh, it's off.
All right, it's
You
off.
gotta keep it off?
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as we go live, he turned that shit off. Welcome to the motherfucking show, guys. Episode 105. I'm gonna fix this shit. We late. If you are here, tweet out the stream so I feel better about myself. And
You
we
stupid.
appreciate you being here. We gonna start with the intros. We got a first timer here. The homie Case plays. Introduce yourself. Tell them about the channel and whatever you got going on. Go.
What's good is K's Plays. You can call me KP. I got my L-proof vest on. Let's get it, man. I got a YouTube channel. I do pretty much everything. I do modern games, but it's a bit of a focus on retro gaming. So yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, he said he had the L-proof.
I ain't catching no L's today.
I don't know what all that now.
Hey.
L's? All right, we gonna see.
You
All
ever
right.
said no?
All right, let's swing it over to Black Magus. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Sorry. Sorry, I was late, y'all. My bad. What's up, everybody?
All right. Links is always in the description for all of our guests, and swing it over to Abel.
Hey guys, what's going on? Good evening to everybody. Let's talk games and let's have some fun. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for coming through. And make sure you like the video and share it, guys. Make sure you share it.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to swing it over to the man with the Logitech C910.
Oh, Lord.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy 3MG, man. Thanks for having me again. Let's talk it.
Hey.
All right, we're going to swing it over to the homie Prophecy.
God, squad. Y'all already know what to do.
I ain't gonna hold you up, bro. I'm gonna start. I need to see some more avatars, man.
Yeah, I've been. Listen.
It's over.
No. I've been cooling right now.
Man, that bitch shit. We ain't seen an avatar in months.
Got you.
All right, we go.
Before we start,
Sure.
if
I'm still
anybody
doing this
wants a gigantic beta or PC or Xbox One, I'll let you, boy. I got a few codes. They keep sending them to me. I ain't hooked up my Xbox in I don't know how long, so I won't be playing it. But if you're interested in gigantic, got you.
Alrighty. All right, one more thing. And I know they trying to give out L's already because we slightly late and all that there. Hold up. I'm gonna save it. I think we good now. Don't nobody make no sudden moves, yo.
Right.
Movements. The whole layout will be outside somewhere. All right, so like I said, this is GMG episode 105. We got some nice stuff to talk about today. We just gonna kick it off. I think Prophecy was like nobody cares, but I'm gonna just tell everybody anyway. Destiny 2 has officially Destiny 2 has officially been announced, and there's going to be an expansion pack coming at some point this year. So that 10-year plan stuff, I don't know.
I was just about to say that.
Where that came from, what that means. I don't know if that just means Destiny, the franchise is going to last 10 years, but 2 has definitely officially been announced by Activision, and you know they don't delay their games even if they fucked up. Anybody got anything to say about Destiny 2?
I mean, what they gonna do? What are they gonna do with Destiny 2? I mean, just like I don't know. I feel like the main weakness with the first one was like the story. It's like I don't know. I thought they were gonna do it like World of Warcraft, just like it's just gonna be World of Warcraft or just Destiny, and they just keep doing expansions for that. It's like why did they need the 2? Like, what does this benefit the franchise by putting a 2 after it? Like, I'm not seeing it. Like,
Make more money.
I think what the fuck?
I think they still had enough time for expansions.
Destiny,
Like, they still
by
had
the way,
enough.
people, Destiny 2 spoke to one of the creative designers of Destiny 2. Basically, what I talked to him, and he told me that everything that was supposed to be in Destiny 1 is going to be in Destiny 2. They're going to have a bunch more DLC, $40 for 2 DLCs, and it's going to rinse and repeat the same things that are going on. So nobody really gives two shits about Activision at this point in time.
So what you're saying is they're going to redo what they should have did the first time and then charge you a full fee. Okay.
Sounds like it, bro.
All right. Let's go ahead and swing it over to the deals. And this week, Due to
All
popular
right.
demand, the deals will now flash on the screen, and you can see them your damn self. Go ahead, Abel.
And also, guys, they're linked down in the description below. Also, if you want to check it
I gotta
out.
put them in there. My bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My bad,
They'll
man.
be there soon. It's
Yeah,
all,
they will.
No, it's all good. My bad. All right. So yeah, guys, the deals per Best Buy for this week, ending the 2/20. So guys, you guys can still get these deals in. And again, next week will be updated. Also, you could get Fire Emblem Fates for 39.99 each, available Friday. You could get Street Fighter 5, $60 just dropped, guys. But again, I don't know if you want to really indulge in that because
Hell
there's some
fucking
issues
no.
at the current moment. So we'll talk about that in a bit. You get WWE 2K16 for $40. That's save 20. Just Cause 3. Check out Just Cause 3, $44.99. You save 15. Let's see. You get a 500 gigabyte Call of Duty Black Ops 3 bundle for $350. Also, you get the new Nintendo DX 3DS XL for $200. And let's see. There's a trade-in bonus going on at Best Buy, guys. If you care to trade anything in up to an Xbox One or a game if you choose so. So there's a 50% trade-in bonus. So any game that you have laying around for, I guess, PS4 or Xbox One, you could trade in to get more money. So check that out. Also, there's a buy two get the third free deal going on all Skylanders and Supercharger single. Oh shit, that's toys. No, we don't even care about that. Anyway, pre-order Plants vs Zombies and get the Grass Effect Z7 digital comic issue 1 available 2/23/16. So that's all we have for Best Buy, and now we're gonna head over to the Target section, guys. We got Target for the week of 2/21 into 2/27. So guys, this is starting for the next week. So this is actually, and I get all these deals courtesy of Cheap Ass Gamer because they have some of the deals ahead of time. So this is ahead of time for Target, guys. So this is next week's deals. Best Buy, buy one get one free for these games: Rainbow Six Siege, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and Just Dance 2016. Also, you could get Just Dance Disney Party 2. I don't know what that is. I never heard of that. But yeah, the two deals out of that one, Rainbow Six and Assassin's Creed, if you care to get it, that's what I see. But Plants vs Zombies, that's toys again. Free strategy guide 20. Well, that's all the deals.
All
That's
right,
it, guys. That's it.
shit.
Let me add in the fact that
Yeah.
I did a video on this. If you guys still play Fallout 4, you can get the DLC for $29.99 right now. It comes
Okay,
with 3
cool.
big expansion packs. One of them saying it's the biggest expansion they've ever had. This is until March 1st.
Okay.
After March 1st, it is going to raise to $50. So if you have it now, you're good. If you plan on playing the game, get it to make sure because it will be going to $50.
Alrighty. So moving on to the
Thanks,
first
Papa.
real topic, which I don't know how important this is, but I like skates. So we had the unfortunate pleasure of playing Tony Hawk. Well, I had the unfortunate pleasure, and for a long time, I will be reminded that I purchased that game for a full price. So as I take
Day
this
one.
L, day one, as I take this Tony Hawk L, I hope to move forward because I think before and after the Tony Hawk disaster, everybody who is a fan of skate games would agree that Skate 4 would be much appreciated. So there's not an official release. There's nothing in the works. But what you can do, on Reddit, they have gathered up as an army to go to EA's Instagram. And on all of EA's pictures, all of them, you're going to just put Skate 4 all in the comments. Fuck whatever picture it is. This is Mirror's Edge. I mean, I like Mirror's Edge. But Skate 4 will be better for everybody. So go on EA's Instagram and just put Skate 4 all over their comments section. Join the movement. Yeah.
Damn,
Do we have any,
all
do we have
right.
any skate fans in here? Do we?
I never played it.
He said it
Yeah, I never played it.
fast.
I know. Yeah, I never played it. Right, he said I never played it.
Skate 3 was good. Skate 3 was nice.
Skate 3 was really good. I didn't know. I was late to the party as per usual.
Yeah, I didn't play it until later.
But people always say games do well in the first week, and that's like a projection. If you go and look, they had to actually reship skate products because like over the last 2 or 3 years, people started buying it again. So anyway, Ricky, were you about to say something?
No,
Okay.
no,
All right.
no.
See, and as you see, I'm fucking up, and that's some old footage right there. Okay.
Jeez.
Next. Ooh. All right. This might get a little crazy, so let's make sure everybody get some airtime here. Watch Dogs 2. Oh Lord. Watch Dogs 2 has. Come on, man.
Y'all should have learned y'all lesson, man.
Watch Dogs
I
2.
ain't going for it the second time. I'm
Watch
sorry.
Dogs 2 has been officially confirmed, announced by Ubisoft for a release next year, I believe. Now, okay, I know a lot of people didn't like Watch Dogs. I liked it. I didn't say it was a great game. It was all right. I'm saying I had fun. But here's the question that I pose to everybody. And before I actually ask the question, I will say that it says that there's going to be a new main character, which I think a lot of people would like him, whoever it is, better than Aiden Pierce because he sucks. So let's say everybody doesn't like Watch Dogs. So just pretend, even if you didn't like it, which you probably didn't anyway, just pretend that you were going to get the next Watch Dogs. My question to everybody, we can just go around the table, is what could they do to improve Watch Dogs 2? And let's not say not make the game. That's the worst answer. All right, like what are some real improvements that you like to see? Let's start with you, Case.
Them driving controls, man. Like that's number one right there. Like them driving controls was just kind of floaty, and I don't know. Just the fact that GTA 5 exists is just for me. I don't know. There's not a lot they can do in my opinion, but they could improve those driving controls. I think.
Okay. Who else want to jump in there?
Can I take? I actually like what Kay said. That was actually very good. To have a juggernaut such as Grand Theft Auto out there, in comparison to what Watch Dogs is doing, it's just piss poor. I mean, execution and the way the game feels, even as a cat. I don't even like the way the game feels. The play style to me, it just felt like the mechanics were there, but it felt like every Ubisoft game. Like it didn't feel like nothing special. It didn't feel like anything unique to the experience. Everything about Ubisoft always tends to look the same, and I could see Watch Dogs 2 looking like the same shit. Just like I don't know. I don't know. And also the multiplayer had a great premise, but executed wrong. It could have been a lot better in the loading times and stuff. I don't know. I think they could do a lot better with execution overall. Okay. Point blank period.
All right. Prophecy, you want to jump in there?
Yeah, you pretty much said what I was gonna say. But obviously, like my man said, driving mechanics. I didn't like the fact that it didn't have a jump button. I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I would like full customization on my character instead of just switching the outfits around. Like that was really petty. I don't know, bro. I just fuse it with Grand Theft Auto. Really, that's really all I would like to see, because it's not so much the mechanics I didn't like about the game, other than the fact that the story was piss poor, dry. Like Destiny story is probably better than the Watch Dogs story. They just I say scrap multiplayer. Take a note. I think Tomb Raider did it with this one. They took multiplayer out and focused mainly on the story and get actual great writers to write this. And then maybe they'll catch my attention again. But I ain't paying $60 for it.
Okay. Ricky, did you go ahead and get in there, bro?
I think they need to work on the actual main character. They need to make sure that the character has identity. Give it something. Give it life. Aiden Pierce was trash. I mean, his hat was trash. Like, why would he dress him like that? You see, he looked like Inspector Gadget with a retarded hat. Like,
He did, bro. He did.
I just watched Chase's. Look at his hat on the game.
Look at what he's wearing right now. Like,
dude, it's like
a Cruella DeVille outfit on, bro. Like,
I swear to God. That. Yeah. So just it just frustrates me more because I game. But just like I think they need to work on character. They need to work on character development. Needs to be the game. You can make this huge filled with so much, but the character is shit. Aiden Pierce wasn't shit. Period.
Is that lag or is you lagging?
I think that's lag because it
It's
looks like the camera.
C910.
Okay, that's a C910 action. All right. All right, Megas. I know. Come on, man.
All right, so I'm gonna help you out here, Chase,
Thank
because
you.
I'm one of the people who thought it was okay.
Thank you. All
I
right.
think the reason that people didn't like it because they overhyped the shit out of it, and then when they got it, it was pretty much just a simple, basic, run-of-the-mill third-person action game. And I think that's where they're gonna probably improve with this one. Because I said it to a bunch of people before. This reminds me of the first Assassin's Creed, where the first Assassin's Creed, it was cool, but nobody liked the character. It had a bunch of issues people had problems with. And then all of a sudden Assassin's Creed 2 came out, and they fixed all the problems, and all of a sudden everybody talking about how great Assassin's Creed 2 is. And I think they're going to pretty much do the same thing. They're going to get a better character. They need to fix the driving. I agree 100%. The driving was horrible. They're probably going to flesh out the world more, put more side characters to like give it more life, make the main character life. Pretty much, if they could do exactly what they did with Assassin's Creed 2, people will probably jump back on it.
All right.
I think they go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, they could work on them graphics too. Like, I think that the fact that these consoles are weak, that's no excuse. It's like if you look at open world games like Batman, it's like this game could look a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So that's something they could work on too.
Prosy, you want to say something?
I forgot. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care about Watch Dogs.
All right.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I agree with everything Mike said. The only part that I kind of like, I wouldn't say over. I wouldn't say people really. Some people were excited for the game through and through, but I would say Ubisoft did the Division again. Like they went out their way.
Ubisoft overhyped the shit.
They totally put this game in a whole nother look, and then when we got it, it wasn't what the people thought it was going to be. So beyond that, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I remember now what I was about to say because Abel just brought it up again. Basically, I think the reason why Mike and Abel said that is because you gotta think when we were still on 360, PS3, this was the game that was gonna be PS4. This is the game that was gonna get Xbox One. I know people that bought their systems to play this game, and then when we got it, it was like breast stopping. So I feel like they can't do that again. I mean, we all know they hype up games anyway, but that was a different level of hype that it had behind it.
Yeah.
It had Titanfall hype, to be honest with you.
I will say I agree with like the whole character shit. Like people don't understand. Most people's favorite games outside of the sports and the shooters are because you really like the character, like you have an attachment. Like it's just Ubisoft is not the best at making good characters. Sometimes they do, but most of the time you look at people like Jason Brody from fucking Far Cry 3, but nobody knows what he looks like. Everybody just like Voss. You look at Aiden Pearce. You look at Connor from goddamn Assassin's Creed. You look at several of the Ubisoft characters, and they not that interesting. I mean, I really liked Ezio. Ezio was the guy, but and Desmond.
Yeah, but nobody likes Altair.
Right, Altair. I didn't really like him until after they did the flashbacks on the newer games. And I was like,
exactly.
That's kind of cool. But I mean, I think Edward was alright, but generally speaking, their characters is not that good. So they need to work on that. And also, I think they need to work on like, I know they're like, well, he's a master hacker, but I still think there's like upgrades and stuff that you should have had to go through. I don't like that you got to be such a beast right at the beginning of the game. I feel like you needed to make it so that you had a skill tree and that you need to figure out what route you want to go when you're hacking. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you should have been able to unlock all the skills. I mean, I'd rather you pick a style. And people are going to say, well, he's a master hacker. Well, on fucking Spider-Man and Batman games, we still have to unlock shit that they should already have anyway. So that argument sucks ass. Because I was just playing Spider-Man. You have to go to the store and bash. Ricky, is something funny? Share it with everybody now. Share it with the whole class. Share it with the whole class now.
Yo, we fucked up. He said Aiden Pearce looked like he had a frying pan on his head. Yo, I'm sorry.
That's what it was?
Nah.
Yo, you going to chill with the class, dog.
Yo, and then dude said he saw Aiden Pearce in New York. He said that's how they dressed him.
But anyhow, I'm gonna get Watch Dogs too, and I do think Ubisoft always does better with their second game out of the series. The first one was really bad. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, it'll be all right. It ain't gonna be GTA though.
Why did people expect GTA?
Yeah, you should.
I don't expect it.
They need to stop doing that.
I think most people that bought it after playing GTA expected GTA.
And that's the wrong move.
That's the
They
problem.
said the
Totally
same
two
thing about
different
Saints
worlds.
Row. Remember?
Yeah, they're thinking through the assumption of that they have competition in the same type of open world spectrum that they are now going to perform just as well, or if
it's
not
like
greater.
People, they
It's
lock
like-
on keywords. So you hear open world and you automatically think, okay,
Yeah, GTA.
Yeah.
GTA.
But
Like,
I don't understand.
but you
Like,
should, yeah.
Saints Row 1 and 2 was closer to GTA than Watch Dogs. So I don't know why people
No,
Go ahead.
well, I look at it as this though, Chase. I would say it's similar in the sense of that it is open world. You could drive around in a car and stuff. I give people the benefit of the doubt when they're like, "Yo, I would compare it to GTA," because that's the closest thing they might have played that reminds them of it.
I can't though because
But how far is it from it? Like, you understand? Like, I can't.
I mean,
The premise
when
is
you
totally
play the game, the
different,
premise,
though.
the story.
No. Well, in the hacking
Like-
essence, but I'm thinking the gameplay style. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking like, okay, you're driving in a car, you're going from mission point and going to the
Games
cutscenes
have
and
allowed you to drive to places before GTA.
Yes.
That's the thing. It's like I understand GTA has mastered the art of open world and all that, but I just think that's one of the problems we have with games is that everybody wants to compare anything that remotely ties in to the best of the genre to that best. It's like, yeah, it has open world. It's an open world game. That doesn't necessarily mean they're trying to be like GTA.
right.
You know what I mean? And
Right,
so
right.
we always put that on games. You know, if you're a first-person shooter, then whatever's the best first-person shooter, you're trying to be that. No, you're just trying to make a first-person shooter. You know what I mean? Not everybody who does a third-person shooter is trying to be Gears. You know?
Right. True. That's
I
true.
think it
see
was
what you
more
mean.
like GTA 4, more than 5, if people do that comparison. Because GTA 4 sucked to me. That shit was trash. And it had literally shitty mechanics as well, especially the driving mechanics in that game were ass. So if they compare it to like that, I can understand that, but
They
it
had a
can't
bike
compare to
on there.
GTA 5.
Was there a bike on Watch Dogs you could drive? I don't even remember.
I mean,
Yeah.
the best vehicle to drive in Watch Dogs was damn
It was
motorcycle.
It was
Yeah,
you
the-
running on
It
foot.
was.
It was running on foot.
Proper.
It was running on
I was
foot.
scared of getting cars on that shit.
Foot or taking a train.
Let's go ahead and move on. You got rumors at all today, Prophecy?
Yeah.
Hit us.
Out in the train.
Yeah, chill. The train, that's where I got everything from. Alright, so one of the first things is the PS4 software system update 3.5. You can register for the beta right now. It's a rumor that it's actually coming out next month. Some of the things that it include, again, these are rumors. We don't know if it's true because it's Sony and we know how they get down. But the ability to appear offline, the ability to change your name,
Damn.
some things that allow you to basically fuse kind of your PC and PS4 a little bit more better and a little bit easier, as well as the next one is the Division. This is a stretch. I don't really know if this is true, but they're saying that there's going to be parts in the Division when it comes out next month that you will be able to go to Brooklyn, so it actually won't be a DLC. Unlike some of the other DLCs like Harlem and stuff like that that are going to come out, there's going to be a few missions that allow you to go to Brooklyn, very small areas. As well as they're possibly working on a Sniper 4. I don't know if people played Sniper or enjoyed that game, but there's a rumor that they're coming out with a new Sniper 4.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. And that's it, actually.
And remember, he said rumors. Don't nobody be riding around here. Saying,
Yeah,
well, they
yeah,
said,
yeah.
he said it was a rumor.
You're a liar. And
Yeah,
he said no, it's a rule.
Yeah.
This isn't really a rumor, but I kind of tweeted this out to the homies. But Kojima stated that he wanted to make a series with a universe that can be explored in manga/anime. So he might be working on that manga type of game or anime type of game.
Hey.
Because it's him, I'm down for it. I'm all about anime and manga.
Well, maybe he'll beat her to finish the game this time. Because anybody gonna tell me a dude wasn't there at the end. Found out. He don't leave shit like that, bro. He don't leave shit open like that. Moving on. Ricky, I know you salty. And I was almost going to beat her with you.
What happened?
Well, what happened? This happened. You know what I'm saying? I was getting ready. I had my finger on the add to cart button to get Street Fighter, but then I seen folks' videos.
Oh, true.
So
yes.
we'll start with Ricky, and then we'll go ahead and swing it around. But goddamn, Street Fighter V has launch issues not just on the PS4 but on the PC as well. And I also know that there's the story mode isn't really fully there. Actually, I have something in the.
It's the prologue.
Okay, it's only the prologue.
Yeah, they're not bringing the story until June.
Until June. You're not getting the story mode for 4 months. Ricky, talk about Street Fighter V, and then we'll swing it over to everybody else. Go ahead.
So I didn't even know that they were gonna release a story in June. Do we have to pay for that?
No, everything's free. What they're doing with this one is they said they don't want to do DLC, or they don't want to do like Super Street Fighter or Ultra Street Fighter. So what you get is they're gonna do like DLC updates. They're gonna release characters like on a monthly basis, and then you have a choice. Like the more you play it, the more you get that fight money or whatever they call it, and like you can unlock characters with that. Or if you don't want to like play the game and unlock stuff, they'll let you buy it. But anything like story mode's free. Anything like major update is free.
So like Killer Instinct.
It's basically they're doing seasons like Killer Instinct.
No.
Oh, that sounds like a bunch of bullshit. That game is so bad. First of all, I've been with Street Fighter for years, right?
Hold on, sir. Hold on.
What
We
happened?
played it for more than 3 minutes.
Okay.
Hey. You know what's funny?
Good
Confirming that would be difficult because the stories of what I thought were so damn fast. Now I got to go back and count how fast did I beat this shit because I played so many different characters' stories. Supposedly, there's like 2 fights. So getting into the story is like literally like 2 fights, and then I guess you finish. And they got this like little jazz like comic shit where they show a little intro and they got the voiceovers in the background. I think the story, whatever they gave them, it wasn't the full product. Now I said it before. I've been out of the loop with Street Fighter for years. So jumping onto this, I'm like, is this what I used to play, or is this some new shit? Because I don't know how I paid $30 for this on Kingwin, but for those paid and the game wasn't working at launch.
Hold on, Ricky. Can I ask you a question? Hold on, real quick. Hold on, Propsy. Let me ask you a question. Did you play online? Did you have problems getting online?
I can't play online.
Okay, does it have anything to do with the way your connection sounds right now?
Yeah, because I don't know if it was me.
Let me know. Let me know. I don't know. Is it like
Ricky, you're frozen,
bro. Your shit is fucked up, fam. I wouldn't even hold you.
Now I can't even see your camera. It's like
I'm
for real. Nah, Chase is doing this on purpose, yo. This ain't me.
Yo,
Nah, fam.
I wouldn't
sound
do that.
like
You're doing that on purpose to me.
Just grabbed you from underwater.
Ricky,
you just hell trying to do this.
I wouldn't do you like that, man. But your shit is smashed.
Nah, is it really bad?
Yeah, it was just
It's
it was
good.
fixed.
Like Ricky,
So somebody
when you continue to talk, it just cut you off, bro.
I was wondering if that's why Abe was laughing because I was tripping. Like,
I was because he was hitting a note that I never heard before.
That's I don't know. I don't know.
I sound like Darth Vader under the water. Like I was really confused.
Stop.
All right, he might be all right now though.
Am I?
You all right now? Go.
Yeah. Go over.
All right, because now what I was saying was, honestly, being out of the loop with Street Fighter for so long, and let me know if my voice starts cracking again. It was disappointing to see that all these years. I know they were never heavy on story, but at least give us something. Don't bring us shit like this. Where I'm still not. I haven't played it again to play on, but I know in the morning or up until like maybe late at night I wasn't able to play. I know my boy Sid told me he was able to play online, but I still wasn't able to. There isn't even a player versus CP, like versus computer. It's so weird to me. Like it's like you have to play the little rank boards that they got. Like you can't even like really test out everything unless you're in practice mode. So I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? And then some of the characters were kind of glitchy for me. Like I said, this is on PC. My experience on PC may not be everybody's experience on console or whatnot, but it was just terrible. What's weird was I wasn't getting any frame drops. I got some frame dips here and there, but I got more like the character animations was just so off. So my experience being on PC was just not that good at all. But like I said, the story and everything is just so pathetic. I feel like the game wasn't supposed to release. In fact, when I was at Comic-Con last year, I heard them talk. I overheard everything talking about how the game was supposed to release in 2017. So being that this game released this year, this early, this game was not finished, and it is not worth $60. Hell, fucking no.
What would the price be, Rick? Like what would you say recommend at this point?
For any Street Fighter fans out there, you about to be hurt. This shit shouldn't even be a price. It shouldn't even be out. This shit shouldn't even like I don't have a price for the game. Like it shouldn't be out. Some people agree, but I mean, is this what's gonna happen with Street Fighter? And then next thing you know, 4 months later, they're gonna release the Ultra Combo Super Deluxe Edition.
Right.
Fucking
True.
Combo Super Ryu Edition. Like I don't know what they're dropping, but even if they're not gonna do it, but nah, this game shouldn't have been even released at all.
I think they did that for like the story mode part because they're trying to because Street Fighter is really big in competitive scene.
Yeah, they are.
So
it's funny that you said that UTX, and I can tell you exactly why they released it now. Because they're doing the Capcom Cup soon. One of the big major tournaments is coming, and they want that shit there. So they just decided, fuck it, we'll put out the online only, so the competitive people can go ahead and practice, and then we can have that shit at the next competition.
That's what it seems like.
No, you're right. You're right about that.
You heard it right there.
That's what it seemed like to me.
No, that was a problem. Oh shit, the train. Somebody want to back me up here? Oh
Matter
shit.
of fact,
did anybody watch my man's Lupe Fiasco?
Oh yeah,
I heard
that
about
shit was fake.
Man, that's staged, man.
that
was no way in hell.
If you look at it,
Daigo?
it was
Seriously?
real. But if you look at it, Daigo, he was just like playing around. He wasn't even playing like he used to.
We talking about Daigo here, man.
Oh, I don't know.
He wasn't even playing. After it was over, he wasn't even upset. He was like, "Oh, we done? All right, I'm out."
Hold on. Somebody said the Capcom Cup was over. Let.
Well, no, there is another one. It's probably not the Capcom Cup, but it's another competition that's coming out soon.
Okay.
A major competition.
Wait, but you know what? But Magus, I have a question here. Hearing what you just said, right? Okay, I can understand why they released it so early. But do you see the bullshit of them releasing?
Oh no, it's
100%
bullshit that they put out an incomplete game just so they can cash in for a tournament that's coming
definitely.
up. I mean,
that's crazy.
Some of the stuff that I've heard people complain about, I was like, okay, like the server thing, we've all seen games have server issues and shit like that and stuff with them. Everybody remembers Battlefield 4, how fucked up that shit was and stuff like that. So that I wasn't like too hyped, but the fact that you have a Street Fighter without an arcade mode, I don't know if I've ever played a Street Fighter without an arcade mode where I can just go in and just play random matches, play ladder matches. They don't have that. That's ridiculous. It's just like they just put out whatever they finish coding for so they can get it to the competitors.
Hold up. I'm sorry.
What?
KDG's trolling. He's asked what's incomplete about the game.
You want me to block him?
No.
No. Let him run.
I'm fucking.
What about
He trolling, man. That's that game.
Yeah,
this is like I said. This was what I experienced on PC.
I mean, even Capcom has said that's why they told everybody, look, we're gonna roll out the stuff over time and things like that. They know it's incomplete, but at the same time, I kind of sort of see, other than the tournament thing, why? Because they got the mode that most people these days care about, and that's multiplayer. So they probably figured, well, nobody cares about the other stuff. We'll just put the multiplayer out, and they'll be good, and that'll hold them over for a time.
So,
So how my question is, because I haven't played it, how is since when you have been able to play it, how were the combos? How were the the animations, the fighting between this one compared to the last one?
You asking me or Mangus?
Either one of you.
But I haven't played it. I mean, I've only watched people play. I've noticed over the last 2 days, people have been more happy when they're streaming. And, whenever I've seen them play it, I didn't see much technical issue. Like on Twitch. Twitch is a good place to look at stuff to see how bad it would run, because you got the Twitch stream and you got, the regular net code for the game. And it looked pretty decent. People were getting into matches quick. I haven't had a chance to ask anybody I know who have it, but from what I've seen from the streamers, at least, they're having a better experience. I don't know. Have you played it since that first day, Ricky?
Only played it for the first 2 days, and well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I played it Monday night, well, into Tuesday, and a little bit of Wednesday. But my thing was, like I said, I don't want my opinion affecting you, Prof, because like I said, I played it on PC, so a lot of the combos that I was doing in the practice mode were a bit okay. It was when I started playing those little bullshit stories that I was like, all right, because I wasn't able to play online. So I was playing like the little story ladder things again, like with Ryu's story, the guy Fang, and all these other guys, and that's when I had an issue. So I wasn't able to land like a lot of my combos. Like the animation was stuck every time, and then all of a sudden it kept going. So I thought that was a big problem. That's why I'm like, all right, maybe I could get on it tonight and see. But you guys seen that character Fang, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He look like a bitch ass dark magician, right? Who is this guy? I must be out of the loop with because I don't.
He brand.
What-
Apparently,
my
he's one of the
question,
bosses of the bad.
Is the reason why they obviously you already touched on the fact of why they scrapped the single player for now. But
Yeah.
do you also believe that has to do with the fact that they give you so many characters? Because I remember the last when I played, you had to beat the game single player, whatever, to unlock certain characters and do things like that. With this game, from what I understand, they pretty much give you all the characters with the exception of the ones that they're going to release in the next coming month. So is that another reason why they
Like what
scrapped
Mega
the whole
said.
single player?
Exactly what Mega said. And now he says he pointed out being at all the tournaments and stuff like that. I think it was kind of cheesy, and the fact of them not having a story, like you just said, they just gave us all the characters because there's really nothing to grinding or just there's really nothing to play out so that we can get a reward afterwards. So it's really you just get it's almost like as if you're playing Street Fighter 4 because I've played that game a couple of times and I'm just like, is this a new game? Because like they just give you everything and there's really nothing in the game. So all the modes that they have are literally it almost seems like you're preparing yourself for a tournament. So I'm like tournaments. I'm like,
and I was just about to ask you, Ricky, would you say that you're more of a casual person or like you're?
yeah, have very.
Yeah, see, I think that's the
why-
problem. This is kind of a competitor build
Yeah,
of the game. Whereas if you're somebody who's new to Street Fighter or who don't play it much, play it casually, you're not really going to enjoy yourself because you go online, you're going to get your ass kicked because all the pros are on there.
I'm not even able to play online.
My thing is this: I don't know where they get off holding back the character roster. I mean, Street Fighter. I don't see how they break that up. And then
that's sad. But
no. I know that, but it's just like just the principle of that. Like this Street Fighter I was actually looking into getting to for streaming purposes, and everybody's like, "Nah, don't do it." And then I looked into it for myself, and I was like, "Wait, Sagat's not here. Blanca's not there. Like everybody that we like."
But you know they do that now and then, and that's the bad thing that they.
But then DLC it, like, come on, like
well,
that
some
shit.
games they haven't even been in them. Some of the players haven't.
No.
Akuma I heard wasn't in it because he's gonna be in Tekken. So.
Because Akuma's not gonna be in it. I don't think Sagat's ever gonna be in it unless he's a season 2 person. Neither is Blanca. So it's like the ones that you're familiar. And again, it's more built for the people who are super into it. Because like Street Fighter, what was it, 3 Alpha? That pissed off people off because they got rid of a lot of the old characters. People got pissed at that, but they were like, "No, we're trying to bring you people in." So it's something they've had to deal with before. They probably
who agree? But now who here like thinks that's passable? Like minimizing your roster.
Oh no, I think
they didn't minimize. Actually, this is probably the biggest launch roster, one of the biggest ones, right?
Because they had a shorter launch roster. I think with 4, wasn't it? And then over time they had like mad additions. I just think it's bullshit all over because I play Street Fighter.
I think so too, Rick.
But just seeing how fucked up the game is, the roster at all. Train.
All right. Shall we move on to the next one?
I had one thing to add to this. Sure. It's like it's not just Street Fighter. It's not just fighting games. It's like I feel like this is like every other AAA game. Like this generation in particular. Like all right, you had Titanfall with only the multiplayer, and then you had Killer Instinct coming out with, what was it, 6 characters and stuff like that. They should, instead of just holding the games back to when they're done. You know what I mean? It's like, this is like becoming like a pattern. Like, what do you think is going to be like the breaking point? Like, are people ever going to really just put their foot down and be like, you don't think so?
No, I think Tekken might get the same work too, man. It's sad.
No, because go ahead. Avery.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think sales will slowly diminish. Sales won't be as powerful as they once were. Like, I think a lot of people are going to learn from these experiences with Street Fighter and different things like that. It's like, it's over time. People right now, they're not going to so much catch on to things, but down the road, you keep doing these practices, and people keep speaking their mind, and then people grow up to be wiser and stuff. You'll start seeing people be like, "I'm not going to indulge in that for the most part."
I sort of agree with you.
But that could take long. That could take years. So you're right.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you, except for with the games like Street Fighter, because that's one of those games I put in the category is it's not for me. This is something that's a competitive game. That's built for the fighting game community. That are those people who are extra hardcore about it.
I agree with that.
Anybody who I've seen who's like heavy into fighters, they are like ecstatic over the game. They don't care about, there's no story mode or anything like that. They're in there practicing with their characters, preparing themselves to build up their competitive rank or to do tournaments. So it works for them in like games like Killer Instinct, because the fighting community, they're all about, building these competitive, tournaments and things around the game. So certain games like those, I think that model's here to stay, and it's probably going to work best for their crowd.
They're going to milk
it. Yeah, I mean, and that crowd's fine with it because they're thinking, I'm going into this tournament and I'm going to try to win this cash pot and stuff like that. That's their motivation for that. As far as stuff like certain first-person shooters, or third-person, it's going to be a mixed bag because it's going to end up. I think we're getting to a point now where a lot of developers are trying to figure out who do I want to sell to? Do I want to sell to the regular gaming crowd, or do I want to sell to the competitive gaming crowd? Now that competitive game is getting a lot of attention, they're going to try to figure out which one they're going to attack, which is going to be more beneficial to them.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Mortal Kombat kind of hit that right balance. I feel like they kind of got both. Like, I feel like it could be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, that's Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat knows that it's not taken as serious as Street Fighter is in the competitive scene. Street Fighter is the dominant game in that community. That's the game that everybody wants to be the best at because they have the biggest tournaments, the biggest pot. Mortal Kombat has always been looked at as like that secondary, even third game, just third behind, maybe fourth. If you consider Smash Brothers and
Tekken.
Injustice.
And Injustice, is considered a better game out of the two now.
Although I don't know, because Mortal Kombat X does have a TV show out right now, and it's competitive.
They really have done a really good job of building.
Mortal Kombat's a great game too. Like this last one, X was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Well, y'all talking about the rosters and stuff, right? So you know how you said that normally accepted because of just the fact that the whole name was Street Fighter, but you just mentioned Super Smash Bros. And they got a beast ass roster, and they're heavy on tournaments.
But
so
that's Nintendo, they don't really
but that's my point. They don't accept that. I mean, they hit us with. They always gonna hit us with some random shit. That's Nintendo. But as far as like tournaments go, I think because Street Fighter is so mainstream with tournaments that they're really getting away with this shit, and it's crazy to me because like I said, it's not the fact that I'm a casual Street Fighter player. It's just the fact that it was unplayable for me on PC, and the fact that we got a game that literally just doesn't feel finished. So I feel, since you've mentioned it's releasing because of the fact that there's a tournament, they should have made the game super cheap for people who's going to get ready into the tournament. I'm not saying they didn't advertise it that way, that it's not for tournament purposes or for competitive purpose. Obviously, Street Fighter is a competitive game, but just the fact that the game feels so unfinished, that's what bothered me. So that was really it.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next shit. So Xbox and Windows 10 is going to have cross-buy. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if you buy the game on Xbox One that you can play it on PC for free using the Windows 10 app.
Yeah.
No, you get a code for Xbox One.
Okay, so you get a code. So if you buy the game on PC, do you get a code for Xbox?
Nope.
So
Nope.
it's only Xbox to PC.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So with all the craziness that happened last week with Quantum Break and all the back and forths and all the silly shit, here's the question to everybody, and we can start with K's, and then we'll just rotate around. Does the Xbox One still have value, and why? That is the question. Does it still have value and why? Now, keep in mind, before we get there, that if you have a PC, you're going to have a little bit different answer. But for people that are on console, is there still value? Okay, let's start with you, bro.
Yeah, I think there's still value. Like there's just always going to be this casual audience that doesn't want to deal with thermal paste and back plates and looking up stuff and doing the research that it takes to put together a PC. I know nowadays it's a lot easier to do that stuff, but there's always going to be that audience that doesn't want to deal with that. And, even the cheapest PC console is still going to be cheaper. So I feel like there's value as far as that's concerned. But as far as the games, like as far as our audience, the hardcore audience, all these games are going to be on PC, so people like us are smart enough to realize that PC is where it's at. And as far as that's concerned, I feel like, Xbox has definitely decreased in value, as far as that's concerned. So,
You sure that the cheapest PC is going to be more expensive than the consoles, though?
I'm talking about for this particular game.
All right,
for this, to run this game, Quantum Break. Like, did you guys see the?
Yeah, supposedly
They scaled the specs back.
They changed it down.
But it's still
they've been
kind of
flexing
high,
it.
though. Still kind of high. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, because we can't be telling them that shit. All right. All right. Let's go ahead, Abel. Let's get you in there.
Yeah, to be honest, there's always going to be a market for the Xbox One. Me personally, if I was an Xbox One owner, being also a PC owner, I wouldn't really care to. I probably would sell my Xbox One, to be honest with you, at this point. But there are some people that cannot afford to get a gaming PC and don't really want to deal with the hassles of building one neither. So that's understandable. But also, you gamers also have to remember this: Microsoft still could pull a move where they don't put their major exclusive on the PC platform. They may not do it. I mean, we're all crossing our fingers at this point, and it's looking like that, but they still have the ultimate say and be like, no, we're not going to do it. So there's still that 50-50 chance that you might need an Xbox One. So, but I'm happy. I'm psyched for the Quantum Break. I really wasn't looking forward to checking it out, but now that it's on the PC platform, I'm like, well, I might as well. It's a third-person shooter. So everybody, if you have an Xbox One, hang on to it. Let's see what happens this holiday season. This holiday season would officially dictate what happens in the future.
Do you have your Xbox One?
No, I do not. I sold it.
Damn. Well, let me say, and then I'll swing it over to y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think there's definitely value. A lot of people, no matter how big PC gets, they're never going to get a PC. Most people don't care who has what games. They're going to play the game anyway. And people got to remember, Xbox needs to make some of that money back that they're going to lose out because they don't have the hardware to sell the fucking games. So in order for them to make the money, they have to have another platform to sell it on. So they're going to try to use Windows for it. If the Xbox was closer to the PS4 sales, I don't know if we would see all these games. We might. We don't know. Because they never said any of this stuff last year, 2 years ago. If you're pitching a new console, right? If you pitch a new console and a new operating system, you would say right then and there that our Xbox, our gaming people, you're actually going to be able to play these games. But during those pitches, they never said anything about being able to play Xbox games on PC. Not to my knowledge. You can quote.
They never said it.
So that makes me think that over the last year and a half or whatever, that they decided, okay, well, we're having a hard time. Not a hard time because they're still selling well, but they're seeing the competition and they need to sell more exclusives, and that's the way they got to do it. So I don't think this was planned from the beginning. I think this is something they decided to do late, and I don't know.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree.
I don't really get rid of my consoles and all that stuff anyway. because with the whole time exclusive stuff, we don't know. There could be a year. Like
Hey,
PS4 people still
right,
waiting for Tomb Raider. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So
That's true.
I get it if it's time. I'll get on Xbox. I got Tomb Raider as soon as it came out. I don't usually wait if it's games I really want to play. So
Yeah, Xbox
Yeah.
people were talking like they was like it was some malicious plan to
right.
like not tell people.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
I just think they looked at sales of like Sunset Overdrive and Tomb Raider, and they was just like, man, we selling half the consoles of the competition. Like, let's use this PC. We got all these people here willing to buy our games. Like, let's just open it up to them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Yeah. From what Chase is saying, and he's telling you guys right with that. Like, still hold on to your Xbox Ones. Like, there's no reason to really get rid of it, even though it's looking kind of questionable at the moment. Hold on to your Xbox One. See what happens this holiday season, and then from there you could be more decisive. It would be more black and white for you. Like, if you should hold on to your console or just stick with your PC. So, you'll see then.
Let's go ahead and get Prophecy in there. You there? Is you in the bathroom again, bro?
You can hear me? Yeah, let me come up with something like
He
that.
tapping the desk.
Come up with something like that.
Go ahead.
I hate to say it, but sadly, I agree with a lot of everything everyone is saying, especially on a part where people don't really want to take the time to put together PCs and do stuff like that. It's a lot more technical, but us being who we are, I don't get rid of my systems either, but I would have gotten rid of my Xbox One if I wouldn't have got it for my birthday. My wife got it for my birthday, and I kept it, holding on to Gears and stuff like this. But of all these exclusive
True.
games that people are buying the system for or going over to PC, and Chase told me he built this girl a nice PC for about 500,
500.
and she could run the games
Bruh.
really well in every game. Probably not Quantum Break, but
We'll see.
it doesn't seem like there's really any point in owning an Xbox at this point in time. So I can get why those people are mad, especially the die-hard Xbox. Like those dudes, I can really understand that. And it's not going to go anywhere. I know Abel said we have to see to the holiday, but it's not going to be like that. They're doing all these cross-play games as well as the cross-buy situation. The fact that you don't even have to pay for Xbox Live to play on the PC games. So it's like, what is the purpose? You're wasting money having an Xbox One, to be honest with you, unless you get it free.
But if they don't care about PC, and that's my problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Most of the dudes
if they
that
don't
complain,
care,
they don't care about PC. So why do you care if PC's getting
Right.
it? Like that has nothing to do with you.
but if you don't care about it, I can understand you keeping it. But if you do care, which I would say, it's a lot of fanboys out there.
True.
They're taking over
Yeah.
the world.
Yep.
They
So-
definitely taking over the world, bro.
And when it came down to it, it's a console war. So it really should be about PS4 versus Xbox, even though we know who is really winning this. And regardless, it's still on Microsoft systems when it comes to it. It's on PC. But I agree with Chase. I don't think they were planning on this to a certain extent, because I actually foreseen this coming a while ago. I actually spoke on this a long time ago on a podcast that I thought they were going to do more cross-breeding games, getting people to play against each other, stuff like that. I don't see the purpose of having an Xbox, bro. I really don't.
I feel like you got the added factor of a lot of these guys that are complaining. They have YouTube channels where their money depends on the console war. You know what I mean? So when Microsoft is just kind of, you know what I mean? Like just not giving up, but when they're making this move, this really hurts those YouTubers that really where their channels run off of that.
And those are the same guys
I
that
mean,
are on YouTube saying Xbox has 15 exclusives this year, PlayStation has 4.
Yeah, those guys.
So those have dwindled pretty down. And let's not act like Halo won't go back over there, because it will. So every game that they're coming out with,
Go back over where? PC?
go back to PC. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
true.
like,
Yep.
Gears is, Halo is, Quantum Break, Killer Instinct, Tomb Raider, like every top tier game that is being played right now is going over there. So what is the purpose of not having it, especially if you can get it cheaper?
Well, I will say this. Like, I mean, I do get it, and I said it. Exclusive means it's on one platform, but at the same time, if you want PS4 only, you still can't play the game. I don't understand why they can't say, well, you can't play Quantum Break. Like, I mean, it's not exclusive, but like, you still can't play that shit. That out of the games that are available to PS4 and Xbox, the argument almost still stands, unless you want to be technical and use the word exclusive. Like the argument still stands. This
So
is the
basically-
library, and that's the library. Who got
So
more
basically,
games?
what it sounds like you saying is you should have a PS4 and a PC instead of an Xbox, PS4, and PC. Because that way you get the PS4 exclusives that stay exclusives, and you get to play the Xbox exclusives as well.
Well,
PS4 Master Race, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got all.
That's
I got
kind
all
of
them.
that's
all
kind of
them.
what it sounds like you're implying over there.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying because like dudes
That's
would be
what
like,
you said.
aha, Quantum Break's going to PC, but you don't have a PC or an Xbox. You still ain't playing Quantum Break. Regardless.
Whoa! Time.
Let's be real. Some of these niggas
Wait.
still have 360s and PS3s.
Wait, Chase.
No,
wait.
Chase makes a good point. A lot of people who scream and holler about things that happen with the PS4, Xbox One, they don't have the console. They don't play these
Did I
games.
hear this correctly though? Did I hear this correctly? Chase said the people that are bitching and complaining about this don't even have the console. Is this true?
No. I'm not
No,
saying
he
that.
said you're not
I'm
even gonna
saying,
play Quantum Break.
I'm saying the argument about console
Oh.
exclusives, while the word exclusive, means that it's available on one platform, but at the end of
Yeah.
the day, the library for available to the Xbox versus the PS4 still stands, regardless. It don't matter what. Like Street Fighter is not on Xbox, so a person on PS4 can say y'all don't get Street Fighter, but the people on Xbox can say y'all don't get Quantum Break. The argument stands regardless. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not exclusive, so you can't say exclusive, but you still ain't playing the game. What difference does it make?
True.
I just
So
want
I'm
to
saying,
chime
go
in.
ahead, Ricky. Go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick. I actually sucks because everything y'all saying is actually true. Because one thing I will say is that I still see value in Xbox One only because of the convenience of I say convenience, the convenience of just like you know, with your friends and stuff like that. Not a lot of people are like us where we could get a PC, jump on Skype and all these other software and just connect with people. People just want that simple, even though for me I think it's a little confusing sometimes, but just to talk to friends and just do all the extra little, miscellaneous stuff on there. But these console elitist dudes who were causing all this ruckus about this situation, they're forgetting one thing and one thing only, in that Microsoft is still a business, is a brand, and the person who's head of it needs to make money. Somehow, some way, somebody needs to get paid. So if the studio behind Quantum Break, the studio Turn 10 Studios who makes Forza 7 or whatnot, somebody has to. If Phil Spencer sees that, listen, there ain't no money coming for Xbox One. We just paid these dudes for an exclusive act. Who's making money? They're
Thank
not going
you.
to make
Preach
money.
it. Preach
If
it.
they end up breaking this contract later on, what he's going to have to do is drop these games on PC so that at least they can get their money back. Sorry for
Right.
the train.
I didn't even
that's
think of
just
that
the
angle.
point.
Yeah.
No, you
you
killed
have
it,
to
bro.
look at it as a business because, for one, they don't give a shit who's complaining about the console wars and whatnot. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. Phil Spencer definitely doesn't care because, at one, even though Microsoft has money, you think he's going to be like, don't worry, Turn 10 Studios, we're going to pay for the amount of copies you made for Forza 7. No, they paid them for the exclusivity, but now Turn 10 Studios needs to make money back. They need to make money back somehow. If there's no consoles being sold, if there's no no games being sold for these exclusive games, what's going to happen? When it comes down to signing these contracts again, do you think Turn 10 Studios are going to stay? No. So Phil Spencer's going to do the best he can do. Be like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll drop it on Windows. And we're going to at least try to get their money back. Tomb Raider, same thing. You think Square Enix was dumb enough to just keep it on Microsoft? No. They dropped it on console, on PC, and got 400,000 sold on Steam alone. More than Xbox One. You think they're that stupid? No. Somehow somebody needs to make money. And these console elitist people need to stop bitching like shit is already being paid.
Right,
Somebody's not
right.
getting paid.
I
Period.
think they've learned. I think they might have learned their lessons with Titanfall.
Exactly.
Because we seen how that worked out. And this is my biggest thing with the whole issue. If you have a game that's an exclusive game, I'm all for advertisement and stuff like that and making it like you're the best home. Like, Destiny was doing, the best place to play Destiny is PS4. But don't try to build the system up on this exclusive note, and then it goes somewhere else. Like, I don't understand that logic, because people are gonna probably try to get it cheaper. I mean, there's people that are gonna torrent the game. There are people that you can buy it on Xbox and then get it free on Windows. So my thing is, if it's a truly exclusive game, go all out. But if it's not and it's timed or it's going somewhere else, don't do that, because there's no purpose, because you're lying to the people, to be honest.
And and I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things that we don't know, or maybe we know, but not a lot of people understand. But at the end of the day, if something is exclusive, of course, go all out. We do know that them selling a $60 game doesn't mean that they get the full 60 back. Obviously, there's split offs. So when they do make a game, and then all of a sudden we could get it for like $30 on Kingwin, somehow, somewhere, like I said, at the end of the day, these companies need to get paid. Turn 10 Studios, from who's head of Forza, who publishes Forza, they need to get paid. All these companies need to get paid. I mean, this is from us. I know we're not like these elitist dudes who we look for issues on other platforms to bitch about. It's not about that. But some of these people were making absolutely no sense. They hopefully, I know in some cases, yeah, what Chase said was right. They never said that any of these games were dropping on PC. They actually said that these games were exclusive to only Xbox One. And they were talking about how Windows 10 they're gonna try to integrate and just like add games, whatever. But all these major exclusives were not supposed to drop on it. But if you see shit ain't going right, you got to work. As a matter of fact, I'm hearing that Microsoft's getting a price drop, so another $50 price drop. So
Well, they can have Don Matrick back. How about that shit? How about that?
Do you think this opens them up to a suit? You know what
No,
I mean?
no.
Somebody's gonna try.
The fact that they sold a lot of people on Xbox Ones, and it's like a lot of these people already had PCs, and it's like, well, I just ran out and spent $350, $400 on an Xbox. You know what I mean? Because you said this game.
Nah,
was
No.
But
Petty people will.
They didn't
People are
sell
like
it
privacy.
and then change it to PC. Then they'd probably be able to get away with it. Because they're you know what I mean. We didn't buy the particular game. Well, maybe I don't know.
and people. Oh, I'm sorry, Chase. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, if there was like some other countries, they'll sue companies in a minute. We don't really do that shit out here, although we should. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw that.
But another thing is gamers need to stop acting like these businesses are gonna hold true to the word for anything. They don't owe us shit, bro. Like, we out here by ourselves. Like, in this, like, it's up to you as a consumer just to know, like, yo, I could get fucked over on this deal here. Like, I could invest in this product and then potentially this shit blow up in my face. So I mean, gamers also have to be conscious on their side of things and be like, yo, am I gambling here? Am I gonna could something actually shift here? But a lot of people don't think like that. They go out and buy and it's like whatever, and then they're like, oh, we got fucked over. No, you got to remember, this is a business. They're gonna do what's in their best interest, as Ricky was stating. So never get fucking surprised when shit like that goes sideways. I don't like to hear stories like that, but that's just my take.
Another thing that we didn't really talk about, because I guess it doesn't really need to be said that much, but one of the things that I enjoy and one of the main reasons people prefer to stay on their console is that all my friends are there. I can go in the party chat and talk to them and talk about. Well, Windows 10 on PC, you can do that. You can join people's parties from
Xbox.
From Xbox. So that kind of destroys that whole. I can't talk to my homies no more because you can do that on there. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
No, that was true. I wanted to ask Kate then damn, because it was from what Abel was saying.
Well, think about that. Let's let Magus. What do you think about? Is there some value with the Xbox One? What do you think?
There's always going to be value for people who are interested in that product.
True.
There are still exclusives that people are going to want to get. People prefer to play, like all of you guys were saying, people will prefer a console or a PC because they don't want to deal with, not just the necessary headache of having to put things together, but there are issues. We all have used PCs enough to know there are issues that you do experience on PC that you may not come across on consoles, and some people don't want to deal with that. That's fine. I'm not fine with the reaction that this got, though. It's because, look, I understand it's not a console exclusive, but it's still going to be on that console. So you're getting the game. It's not like Microsoft told you, you know what, we're not making this game for Xbox One anymore. It's PC only. So you still got that. Like you guys were saying, PS4 is not getting the game, so it's still console exclusive. It's just not platform exclusive. It's just not one platform or anything like that. Again, like Chase said, most people aren't going to have a PC to play it on. So why do you care that it's on the platform that you don't give a fuck about? You're just making noise for no reason. Just bitching and moaning. I don't know why people feel the need to do that constantly. And Kay was right. YouTubers are hopping on this, and they're getting people riled up because they know that this whole console war thing is money, and they're going to foster that for those people who are going to be all in on their console and want to scream and holler about that. It's pointless. It's pointless because Xbox is still getting the game. Guess what's not? Okay, PC got it. Like Ricky said, this is a business. You have to make money. They're not doing this just to give us something to be entertained with. If that was the case, then there would be no game delays. There would be no complications. We would probably get free DLC if it was all about just giving us what we want, when we want it, how we want it. Okay, so no, they're out here to make money. So you got to understand that it frustrates me because not only is it senseless to do this, but at the end of the day, so many of these people bitching and moaning are going to go out and buy the damn game. And if I'm a company and I hear you bitch, but you give me your money, you know what? I can give a fuck about what you're saying. You're still giving me your money.
Straight like
so
that.
What are you complaining about?
Yeah.
I agree with Megas.
I'm convinced with a lot of the people that complain, generally speaking, about a lot of the video games, whether it's a person complaining that a character doesn't have enough clothes on, or this dude is too violent, or they're upset. These people don't even be. A lot of these dudes don't even be playing these games, yo.
No, they don't.
They really spend a lot of time talking about the hardware, and they don't even touch the software, fam. It's ridiculous.
Chase, you're so right. And you know what? I really didn't want to believe that, but the more I'm looking at it, that's really what's happening, bro. That's exactly what be happening, bro. I'm like,
No, that's a real thing. Like,
I didn't know it like that. I was like,
dude,
holy fuck.
Dude, we'll talk more about it after the after.
But yo, I remember. Oh shit, okay. I'll ask you a question after.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kay.
Boy, what you ask me?
No, what were you saying?
no,
What were you saying
go-
before?
go ahead, Kay.
You get ready to say something about people not playing games, I guess.
Oh, I was just highly involved in like the Gamergate stuff and like just people complain about stuff in general, not just the sexist stuff, but also the console stuff. Yeah, none of them be playing games, like none of them. So like it's really real thing. So
Just that last question was because you mentioned the whole suing thing, wouldn't it? Because when Prof said petty, don't you think it would be petty or would have happened if that was allowed? If since PlayStation and Microsoft promised us the best online experience ever, shit, you know how many people would have been suing? Because bruh, that online is fucked up. And matter of fact, Prof mentioned it too. He showed us earlier, whatever, that Microsoft has been down how long now?
Hold on now. If we was gonna talk about this, I'd have put the screenshot up. We ain't got it.
Screenshots, I could get. Matter of fact, Prof had that screenshot too.
He had the screenshot. I mean, I don't care. That's why you get more than one platform. When one of the platforms start bullshitting you, just get on the other one.
I like my Xbox, so
I like all my consoles, though.
They said it's been down for, more times than PlayStation this year so far.
I mean, I like games. I don't give a fuck what I'm playing on.
My bad, Ricky. I just came back.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. I wanted you
How
to
many
talk.
times?
I think it was 4, and PlayStation been down 3.
Since when?
2016 so far.
Are they sure? Because PlayStation always down.
No, like when it's completely down and nobody.
Right. When it's
like
not when they're doing system updates, they talking about like when it's actually inaccessible and you can't do anything. So it's 4-3 right now.
All right.
But whatever.
That was pretty good right there, bro. I'm talking about the segment, not the foot. What
I thought you meant the
foot.
food. I'm like,
Right.
This nigga so rude. This nigga smacking and talking rude as hell.
Yo, no, hey. All right, real quick, little mid-roll action. I'm not being paid by these guys. This is a great website, great group. Shout out to the Gaming Illuminati. If y'all want articles and y'all want to read articles that's not written by some weirdo who's getting a check or putting up titles for clickbait, make sure y'all check out GameIlluminati.com, yo. All these other websites, they don't get no promo over here, fam. Even though we use their articles, fuck them. So
as well as just for the hell, because they my boys, you can go ahead and download the app.
Yeah.
The Google Play Store.
Right. True.
Yeah.
True.
I have it on my phone. I'm constantly on
And
here
that picture's
checking out for some
official.
news. It's got 1,000 downloads right now. It's rated pretty high. They out here. I see y'all out there, bro.
yo, I like that picture too. That should look official, man. Definitely check them out though, because we've been accurate. We've been on point with all the news we've been speaking on. They providing us with all this good information. So Definitely check them out.
So,
Support, guys. Support.
No crumbs ass shit, cuz. And what he just said?
Boy, you rubbing your hands bigger like Birdman?
Fried
Right.
Nation on the hat. I just seen what that said. I was trying to figure out what that said the whole show.
Hey.
Yeah, Fato.
All right, Propsy, you said you wanted to talk about something in the middle at some point.
Oh, just like you know how like we used to do some random crazy stories back in the day.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to bring that back. Some of y'all might have heard of this story. I don't know what y'all niggas be doing when I'm not around. But in Florida, there's an 18-year-old man, who he's a teen. He was allegedly posing as a gynecologist giving out exams.
I heard that shit.
He started his like own little practice, and he was just out here giving out all these exams. Now, the crazy thing about the story is this isn't the first time he's done this. This has actually happened. He was in the St. Mary's Hospital, walking around with a lab coat on, and he keeps a bunch of different lab coats in his car. He was walking around with the lab coat, introduced himself to other doctors and stuff like that. They kicked him out. He didn't have no charges or nothing in place against. They just kicked him out. Well, my man's back at it again. He's over here looking up Snatch. And so,
Shut up.
I mean, it's just uncomfortable, but at the same time, I found it hilarious because you gotta get it how you get it, I guess, man. It's hard out here in these streets, bruh. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to do him like that.
Man, say his name. He 18. He ain't a minor. Say it. What's his name, bro? Go ahead.
Jesus, go ahead.
I mean, he put himself out there publicly as a
Malachi.
quote unquote.
First of all, I've never met him.
Tamagotchi.
His name is Malachi Love Robinson.
Robinson?
Fam,
Yeah.
if you gotta,
Is that his real name?
You gotta watch his
real
interview.
name, yo.
You gotta watch his interview.
Real name, bro. I wish I would.
Wait, he had an interview, Chase?
Oh, it's shit's
Yeah.
on World Star. Go look at it.
Yeah, it's on World Star.
It goofy as hell.
And so, like, this dude is. I mean, to be honest, in the interview, I think he was pretending to be a lawyer too. To be honest with you, 'cause
I'm done.
This man is just crazy. But he basically, how he got found out is there was an undercover police officer, and she went in for an exam, and he, acted like a normal doctor, and then they pulled it out like, no, nigga, you're not real. Stop it. And they arrested him. So that's some random news for your ass.
Man, he was cashing checks too, but
He was getting paid to play
Yeah,
with
he was
you.
getting paid.
$4,000
Yeah.
for one person, man.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What?
Like his
he did
talk
his
was that on point that
It
people.
must have been. Hey, he
Yeah,
was
bro.
on point a little bit. The way he is delivering them lines, he's still weird.
You said the interviews on
It's
stuff.
on World Star.
Yeah, it's on World
I
Star.
think it's from today, or maybe yesterday. It'll say something about
What?
he walked off the set in the middle of
Well,
the interview.
so listen, he was explaining his side of the story
He
like
didn't
he
say
was
much
right.
of anything. He just like
Oh, okay.
you gotta watch it to understand. Like
Okay.
type
He
of-
was just basically like, my lawyers is good. Don't worry about it. Like all the, I don't know. I feel like he's lying there. I don't feel like he got no lawyers either because like I don't think no lawyer's gonna have you going on TV saying no goofy stuff like this. But my man's is like and his parents or
True,
his
that's true.
grandmother that he lives with, or grandfather he lives with, said he never said that and he was never going around to pretend. Where were you the first time that he did this and got caught? Like I don't understand, bro. What is going on in this world? You could easily just watch some porn if you want to look up some snatch, bro. Like I don't understand, but my man was out here cashing checks. He was getting bank out here, bro.
And you know, hoes is funky too. I wouldn't even want to be that. I wouldn't even want that to be my profession. Hoes don't
Yeah,
wash
you know the
up
shit
right.
you see as a guy.
Yo, I couldn't imagine. All
Gotta
type
put your
of-
fingers all in that bullshit.
Oh, not only that, but you got the smell. Let's move on, bro. That's funky.
You're like, wait. Yeah, that's the wrong guy you with. Yep. Smell like ass.
Wow.
All right, so we're gonna do something a little bit different. Now many moons ago, I didn't have a lot of nice things to say about indie games, so I've grown to love indies at this point for the simple fact that a lot of the shit we deal with on AAA games, you don't really get from them. You do get it sometimes, but the ones that are really good, you really don't run into like a lot of broken stuff and all that kind of stuff. And plus, they're not $60. So this game here is called Unravel. I seen the homie Broken Games HD playing it. Seen a bunch of other YouTubers playing it. So I was like, man, I wanted to look for another indie because I just finished Guacamelee the other day, which is a couple years old. So basically, I know it doesn't look like much, but you are a ball of yarn. Now, as you make your way, Ricky, what are you doing? This is Ricky's footage. I'm looking. What are you doing on here? I don't know.
He's wearing a Team Green shirt. That's what he's wearing. Hey.
Okay. So anyway, you're a ball of yarn, and there's like a lot of puzzles and stuff, and you have to use your strings and your yarn to actually go from place to place. So let's say there's a ledge above you need to get to. You can tie knots and things like that. Now the problem is, as you move, you actually do unravel, so you can run out of yarn and you won't be able to actually move anymore. So as you're moving through the levels, once you get to certain parts, it'll refill your yarn and shit like that. It's not really like the story. I don't even know what the fuck the story's about. I ain't gonna hold you up, but it's $20 on Origin, and I like the game. Now some of y'all gonna be like, this shit is terrible. I don't know, bro, but I really like this game. I know Ricky probably played it. I don't know if everybody else played it, but
not yet, bro.
This is it to me. It is a good game.
How much is it right now?
$20. If you got EA access, what's EA
okay,
access?
Ricky. I'm gonna listen to that.
Origin access and EA access. I believe you can try this game out for I don't know how long it lasts.
10 hours.
10 hours. That you can beat the game in 10 hours, so you don't even need to buy it. So if you get a chance, man, it is dope. Like so Ricky, you is buns, fam. God damn.
I told you I spent hours learning the game.
So
but I enjoyed it though. It was fun.
I'm looking now. I mean, people like, what is this shit? But anyway, has anybody else y'all want to talk about Unravel a little bit if you played it at all?
Probably. I generally don't say this because I don't care generally about this, but the graphics in this game is very beautiful. It's very beautiful scenery. It's not for the dim-witted. There are some actually really puzzling puzzles in here that you have to learn how to do. You have to literally look for everything in order to get your little yarn back. As you've seen Ricky doing it. Ricky's struggling with this puzzle right now. I ain't gonna clown you though, but yeah. So it's actually pretty fun. It's a good platformer, side scroller, whatever you want to call it. I think it's fun. And the soundtrack is really amazing.
Very tranquil.
Few things. It's very calm. It's very, very, very good. That's really all I can say about it. It's a really good game.
It reminds me of Little Big Planet a little bit.
That's what a lot of people say.
A lot of it, I think the story's a bit different. For some reason, just seeing the little holograms of the family, it seemed more like it was a story that's untold by one of the devs or whoever. Because you see, like you're basically a bowl of yarn that was made by, I guess, this older lady, and is going back to so much different family. Like a throwback on family. So I think that's why the music is like that, very tranquil and stuff like that. I actually do like the game. I like I said, I was stuck on a lot of parts though. I was stuck on a lot of parts because I didn't understand the puzzle in it. I didn't know it was that difficult. And then I went back. I was like, all right, let me really like pace myself. But it is super fun. So if you have Origin access on PC or on Xbox One, you can get the game for like $5, obviously a month, and then play it for like 10 hours. You could beat the game in like 6 to 10 hours anyway. So you should definitely check it out.
Oh, what's the puzzles like? Is it like physics puzzles, kind of like a Trine, or like how's the puzzles like?
Yeah, like Trine. That was actually a good one. Yeah, it's like Trine. The first one they gave Ricky was trying to get to the other side, but the puzzles do get a little bit more difficult. You have to bring things over. Sometimes you gotta stack things up, and it's very puzzling.
The fucking hamster though, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. This is this fucking hamster that you got to get away from, and he'll like kill you. Oh, let me add this. They have like quick, like checkpoints, so you'll get stuck a lot, like a lot. So if you hold down on the controller, it'll take you back to your last checkpoint, and they don't make it so that you have to do the whole level over, because there's some times where you will just get absolutely stuck. So I don't know, but I really like it. You can swing, you can tie knots and jump. You can actually, if you tie a knot and you need to like kind of zip down or grapple down, you can do that. So I don't know, man. People should check it out. So I do want to every week or at least once or twice a month. I do want to try to have like an indie game. We talk about AAA's a lot. Ricky, I'm gonna need you to pull your hat all the way down or all the way back, fam.
What happened, man?
You had like this like Roger Klotz joint sitting out.
Roger Klotz.
Yo.
Oh, God.
I need you to get that together, bro.
Why are you looking at me though?
My man said Roger Klotz. I don't think a lot of y'all know who that is. Just to be honest.
Got me down.
I got the Homefront beta on here. I don't want to really go in. the Homefront beta, from what I played, it's not good. It's not good at all. It's coming out after the Division. Don't do it, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Ricky, would you co-sign this for me?
Hold on. Yeah, I co-sign 100%. 100%. 100. Matter of fact, 200%.
Don't do it, man.
No, I'm gonna do it. That game is pure freaking garbage off the top, yo.
Unravel.
Unravel's better. Tony Hawk's better than Homefront.
Ooh.
No, damn, really?
It's called Unravel, sir. Sorry, yo.
I said, what happened?
Somebody was saying, "What's the name of the goddamn game?" He put that shit in all caps.
Why you gotta say what's the name of the goddamn?
That's what he said. It's It's called Unravel.
He like threatened you. What's the name of the goddamn?
If you got Xbox, if you got EA Access or Origin Access on PC, you can play it without having to buy it. So,
like, what's so bad about it? Like, what? Like,
everything.
Yo,
he said everything.
Unreal Engine.
It's a running simulator for one. All right, and you don't have unlimited sprint. You do not. You do not. Me and Ricky was getting fucked up, and that's not why I don't like it. Like I said, Ricky, I'm looking. If you watch the players, the way they move from left to right, I can't take these guys serious with this.
Block it.
Because the other Homefront was good. I just don't see how this could be a thing. And like with these games, with the Division, and I mean, I know a lot of people still play Destiny, and hell, even Black Ops 3. I just like no.
How's the graphics?
No.
But
No. No, it looks like at the end of the PS3, the game started looking beautiful. GTA 5 looked good. Tomb Raider looked good. Those games looked better than Homefront.
Wait, I thought Homefront was supposed to be on that Crytek engine, though.
hell no, that's Joe Montana football trailer looks better than Homefront.
Ricky's on to something, yo. He might have something right there.
But do you agree or disagree, bro?
I agree. I swear that shit. It's not the worst. It looks a lot. Let me be fair.
Yo, I feel like I'm playing and the game's still in development as we're playing.
Yeah,
Like
it is. It was.
Stop.
It looks a lot better than that first trailer or that first gameplay that we did 2 shows ago when everything was blue. So the colors are there. There's plenty of color. It doesn't look all navy and just blue, but just no. Just no.
He said just
Dude,
no.
no.
Could have paid us voice actors because the enemy voice is literally one thing. That's all you hear them do. That game is ass. If anybody buys that shit, I'm a fan. I'm gonna try it out for myself. Fuck out of here.
No, you should try it out for yourself if you want to try it out. I always encourage that. But
who's paying for it though?
I mean, you could always say, well, yeah, you play I Am Bread. Okay, whatever.
Let them say I Am Bread is better than that shit. I Am Bread looks better than that game.
Yeah, because that piece of bread was clean as fuck.
Shut up.
Rumors about Crash Bandicoot coming back. Let's go ahead and say those have now been squandered. There's no talk. There's no plan. Ain't nothing happening. Crash, it might be a wrap, guys.
Sony.
And while we're on this subject, let's do this. We'll talk about the VR. Jesus Christ, I'm about to run out of time here. Hold on.
There's never any time.
So there's a 40-second Ninja Turtle trailer I'll just show real fast. It's about it's really short, but this is
Chase,
actual.
you ain't playing it though.
Huh? I ain't playing it.
Like, you ain't playing.
We definitely getting that.
Oh, we getting this.
Oh yeah, we getting
That's what I'm
this.
saying. How could Homefront
we
come
streaming
out
this.
when this is coming out? Like,
Yo, this game looks better than Homefront. Let's go.
Yeah, we streaming this.
Wait, what game? What game is
this
this?
is Ninja
Ninja
Turtles.
Turtles.
This is gameplay. This is how the fight is going to look. So this is actually the game.
Let's go.
Now, when you have story, when you have like art and like cartoony games, you know the graphics are only going to look but so good. But this is just fine with me.
Yeah, it's like Borderlands a little bit.
Yeah, so that's really short.
Cell shaded. Yeah.
So it is going to be 4. Is it going to be 4?
Yeah, it's 4-player co-op.
Is that confirmed? That's
I
confirmed.
mean, I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I mean, it is.
I'm with
platinum
Prop
game,
on that,
I think they will do it, but we'll wait, and as soon as we hear that, we'll confirm it. Now I mentioned Crash, so let's talk about Crash, and then we can talk about this PlayStation VR. Actually, yeah, I have to because it's in the title of the podcast. So I mentioned Crash, and there is an article I found, was it N4G, where he asked if retro games were worth anything other than novelty value. So basically, the guy went on to say that he would go back and maybe play games that were 10 plus years old, and then he would realize most of the time how trash the games actually were, and that they should never be played in the future because they're actually not really good games. They were just good in the times. That is basically the gist of his article. I 100% disagree with this dude because of the way the industry is now. There's a lot less risk taken with these games. So they took a lot more. Xbox and PS2, they put a lot more new games out, and they took a lot more risks. Now everybody plays it safe with sequels and shit like that. So that era of taking risk is 10 plus years ago. Think about the classics, yo. All the ESPN big titles, the GTAs, the earlier Metal Gears. You know, I mean, we could go on and on about those games, dude. Like, and those games are 10 plus years. I mean, it's 2016, so some of the greatest games that we'll ever play were from that era. So this guy's nutty. The shit he said was definitely nutty. But for some people, I think it might just be a novelty. What do y'all think? So retro gaming, Canes, I know you retro game, bro. What's your stance on retro gaming, fam?
Man, retro gaming is life. Like retro gaming
why,
is like, it's gaming at its purest form. I feel like retro gaming is like, how do I put this? It has the accessibility of the casual games of today. Like they were easy to get into because they didn't have a lot of buttons that you had to remember, or like there just wasn't like a ton of mechanics going on in the games, but they still had the depth of like the harder core games that we have now, like Bloodborne. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, just like this guy, I don't agree with this guy at all about retro gaming. So
I feel like retro gaming. Some of the games are timeless. Like still, that's not even fair to say that because some gameplay mechanics that of yesterday still aren't even brought forward to today. I don't know. There were some games that I have personally played in the past that still outplay games today. So I don't know. There are some retro games that are really just should last forever. I don't know what games this guy has played. I don't know what he's played personally, but you can't say that for all of retro games. That's a hard statement to say.
Yeah, I think that's where he's wrong when he's saying all. You can't say all. I do agree with him that there are some games out there that you'll go back to and you'll be like, why the fuck we thought this was stupid?
True.
You know, but I say it's all in perspective too. You know, some games in your mind, even if it isn't as good as you remember, it's always going to be the best because of the time that you played it. You know, things like that. It could be all types of factors. Like, ain't nobody going to tell me that Final Fantasy VI ain't the best Final Fantasy they ever made because I really feel strongly about that. Whereas there's probably stuff that newer Final Fantasies have done 100% better in some ways. But for me, that game is a timeless classic. You know, it's not going to always feel that way. But it's a matter of perspective too, I think.
I'm finding a lot of the games that hold up better are games that had higher frame rate back then. Like a lot of the 2D games, like back in the Genesis days, and a lot of the 2D games in the 32-bit era, like a lot of those games ran in 60 frames per second. It's just back then we weren't really tripping off frame rate. You know what I mean? I actually went back and played GoldenEye pretty recently, and it hasn't aged well. I could tell that it's still a great game. But if you look at a similar game like Perfect Dark, right, and they had a re-release on 360 or something, and it's in 60 frames per second, 1080p, and that game plays like butter. You know what I mean? And it plays exactly like GoldenEye. So I don't know. It depends. It just depends on what game.
You brought up the perfect example because there's going to be something within that genre or whatever that's going to improve upon something. Just like with the Uncharted games. The things that they did mechanically with controls in 2 and 3, I like way much better than that they did with the first one. And that's just a leap within the series. So it can happen that you can move on, like time passes, people find better ways to do things. And then when you go back to that thing that kind of started to jump off, like GoldenEye was kind of like the multiplayer first-person shooter jump-off game. But now the mechanics of first-person shooter have improved so much that it's like you look at that and It's like, yeah, I love this game for what it did, what it was, but it's not, it's not as fun to play now. Now that I've played stuff that done the things that they do better,
I don't know. This is a little bit off topic, but it's still kind of on topic. Like, how do you guys feel about people trashing on Sonic? Like, I thought Sonic was pretty good back in the day.
Back in the day, but
They fuck Sonic up now though.
Oh wait, yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about like the Genesis games now.
No,
Like, to
Genesis
me,
is
they
great.
still play great.
but how could somebody say something like that?
People
don't know
say it
how.
all the time. Like,
They
I
didn't
hear
play
all
it.
the time. I'm
Yeah,
hearing
but see, I think the technical stuff kind of messes things up because, like Kay was saying, we didn't care about frame rate and all that stuff. Now all of a sudden, the first thing people want to say is like, well, is it 1080p? Is it 900p? 30 frames, 60 frames? Everybody wants to throw all these technical stuff. But a lot of these people don't even really understand anyway. They're just throwing that shit out because they heard it. But that's become more part of the conversation than it's ever been. Before we just played games because we thought that shit looked cool. We played it and we had
True.
fun, and that was it.